today I'm going to be talking about how I prepped Layla Jane for being an older sister and how she's doing with that so far. And make sure to stick around for the end of the video because we are going to be taking Angie's 1 month old photos. So when I first found out I was pregnant, I obviously heard a lot of stories, even in my own family with my sister when I came along, about how the older sibling can get jealous of the newborn baby. All of a sudden the attention is not on them anymore and that can lead to some trouble. So far, we're 1 month in and we have not had any issues, but I'm sure, the day is gonna come where there is gonna be some jealousy. But I thought I would share with you all how we prepped Layla Jane for being a big sister and also what we're doing now that the baby is here to kind of help ease any tension or any possibility of jealousy. Before Angie came along, there were 5 main things that I did to help prep Layla Jane for the baby's arrival and for being a big sister. The first thing I did was order a few different books all about being a big older sister. There were 3 books that I really liked. The first book is called You're a Big Sister, and I really liked this book because it talks about all the amazing things the big sister gets to do. How they're no longer the baby, they get to help out, they get to be like the little tickler, they get to be the big helper, and it was just really cute things to get your little one excited. And I'm sure all these books too, they have the equivalent of Your Big Brother. The second book was called What Sisters Do Best. And this one was just really cute because I feel like it kind of got her excited for having a sister because it talks about basically how your sister is going to be your best friend, how there's so many things you're going to be able to do with her and how they're just going to have a lifelong built-in best friend. That was kind of exciting to show her, like, look at all the fun stuff you're going to get to do with her. And then of course Layla Jane would be like, oh, well, can we also go in the bounce house together? Are we gonna be able to go swimming together? And it got her thinking of all these other fun things that she'll do with her sister one day. And the last one was called I'm a Big Sister. This one is kind of similar to the first one where it talks about all the ways that they'll be able to help and kind of like what their role is going to be as the big sister. It was just another cute one and I know Layla liked it. I liked it too. It was very simple. Again, I'm sure all of these books, you can find the equivalent if you have a kid that's going to be a big brother. I'll put a link in the description below for all of these books that I mentioned. Okay, so the second thing I did was we just talked about the baby a lot. As the baby started to grow, we just started talking about the baby and how exciting it's gonna be when she's here, how she's gonna be able to play with her. And we did talk a lot too about, but the first few months, she's not gonna really be able to do much and kind of prep her that because she kept talking about all these amazing things she's gonna do with the baby. And I kind of had to explain to her that's, she's not gonna be able to do much. We're gonna just have to feed her, you can help with that, and just kind of really setting a little bit more realistic expectations of what to expect. But we did talk about the exciting things that they'll be able to do when she got older. But we just made it kind of seem like a very natural thing that the baby's going to be here and we're gonna have a family of 4. Something else that I always like to include Layla Jane on was going shopping for the baby. So if we had to go get maybe a few outfits or we had to get like a new pack and play and a new play mat, I let Layla Jane be a part of it and pick out ones that she liked. That was fun for her because it kind of gave her some ownership too of it. And anytime we got a gift that was for the baby, I would let Layla open it and we talk about it, let her put the clothes away in the dresser or the closet. So that was really fun for her. Fourth, when we did talk about the baby, it was always in a very positive way. I never said anything like, things are gonna change, like mommy's gonna be super busy, so we might not be able to do some of the same things. No, I never even put that thought or that reality into her head. It was always very positive, like it's gonna be so exciting. We'll have this new addition, all the wonderful things you'll get to do as big sisters. Always super positive and very light. And the last thing we did too was just talk about babies and point out other babies. So a couple of my friends had just had their second kids, and that was perfect timing because then while I was pregnant, we would talk about, well, this friend, they had their baby sister now. And anytime they would post something like on Instagram or Facebook, I'd show Layla Jane the pictures and be like, oh, look, that's her little sister. And we would just constantly talk about it and point out other people that are siblings and other people that our big sisters are big brothers, so she could kind of see what the new dynamic is gonna be like. And now that baby is here, Miss Angie arrived 1 month ago, there are a few things that I like to do on a daily basis, or as much as I can. And that first one is just make her feel so important and so responsible being a big sister. So for one thing, I always give her jobs and ask her to help me with things. Like sometimes if I'm busy getting dinner or doing lunch and Angie needs to feed, I'll give Layla Jane the bottle and have her feed her for me. And then of course afterwards, I give her lots of praise and talk about what a great big sister she is and what a great helper she is. Just little things like that. Or if I'm changing the diaper and I need a diaper, I have Layla go get it. And again, lots of praise and talk about what a great big sister she is. Some other little jobs that I give for Layla Jane is I have her sing to the baby, and she loves that. She actually, one of her favorite songs right now to sing is Hey Diddle Diddle. She doesn't really know exactly the words, but she'll every day, she'll come up and sing that to her. I also have her read to her, because when Angie first came around, you know, the first couple of weeks, Layla was kind of like, I think, a little disappointed, even though we tried to prep her that she wasn't gonna do much. She just wasn't sure like how to play with her. So I had to coach her and be like, why don't you sing to her or read to her? And now that's a responsibility and a big sister job that she really enjoys doing. And also teaching Layla how to play with her, I also have to teach her how to be gentle with her, because that's one thing. The older kids, they don't realize how fragile a baby is, and Layla will come over and just want to lay on her, want to just hug her and pick her up, and I constantly have to show her and demonstrate, okay, this is how we play with the baby, you know, maybe rub her arms, tickle her feet, something like that, but don't be so rough. And it's really cute. I'll be like, okay, we can't just pick her up like that or hug her that tight. And Layla always says back to me, it's just, I love her so much. And it's really sweet. So again, it's just kind of, you gotta teach them, because they're not gonna know right away how to be gentle and how to play with a baby. So that's something you definitely gotta teach them. And again, give them those cute little jobs like being the reader or the singer to them, so they feel very important. Now this one might be a little hard, but always try to give some one-on-one time with that older sibling too. Now, fortunately, my parents live just down the street, so I'm able to have them help and maybe watch Angie for a little bit. So either I or Brian and I can spend some good quality time with Layla, so she still feels that she's loved and that she's important. She's not being, you know, kind of overlooked with the new baby. And we just did that the other day, actually. My mom and dad were here and they watched Angie while we took Layla to go get pizza. And it was just really nice that we were able to spend that quality time with her, because Layla does go to school now. She goes 3 days a week. So during that time, I'm able to spend one-on-one quality time with Angie. So it's important to keep that balanced. Another thing I like to do is I try to, when Angie's awake, she likes to sleep a lot during the day, but I try to have her act like she's kind of playing with Layla and talk for her. So I'll be like, oh, Angie just told me how much she loves her sissy. And I took her to Layla's swim lesson the other day and I made it look like Angie was watching, like she was so proud of her sissy. So I'm kind of trying to make it so they can like almost like talk a little bit more, and Layla loves that because she'll respond back to Angie as if Angie really did say all that to me. And last but not least of what I'm doing right now is I've noticed, and this is very normal I hear, that Layla Jane kind of is a little babyish right now. Apparently this is very normal when kids have a new sibling, they kind of regress a little bit, and Layla will do like some baby talk sometimes. She's sucking her thumb a lot more. And one thing that I'm doing is I'm not getting mad at her, and I'm not trying to say, oh no, that's not how you act, like you're 4 years old. If she needs like little extra snuggles or anything like that, I'm giving it to her right now, because this is a huge transition. I just want to help her ease through it and know that she is so loved. I don't mind the extra snuggles either, so it's perfectly fine with me. I can't believe a month has already gone by. This is crazy how fast it's going. But we need to take Angie's 1 month birthday pictures. I did that with Layla. We did a month picture every time she turned another month. And I've got to do that with Angie. And I was looking at Layla Jane's 1 month old picture and I recognized the onesie, and I thought it'd be really cute if I can find that onesie and use the same one with Angie. But but I'm not exactly sure if I have it unpacked or if it's still stuffed away. So I need to go try to find that. And if I do, we're gonna go take the pictures. And again, this is another thing that I'm gonna have Layla help me with to make her feel like the big, important big sister. Layla, do you wanna see your 1 month picture? Do you wanna see it when you were just 1 month old? I had to look and find this, but I found it.
Get off the blanket, you'll ruin my blanket.
Oh, here's Miss Layla Jane, 1 month old. That's you. So Layla, I wanna see if I can go find that onesie. I'm so bummed. I cannot find it anywhere. Maybe that's one that got something on it and I ended up tossing it, but I'm really upset because I loved that onesie. And of course, I'm probably gonna find it after she outgrows it. But I guess I'll just do the one that she's wearing now. Ugh, Grandma's changing her right now, so she's a little upset. So we might have to wait till she's in a better mood. So Layla, I always did your pictures on this blue furry rug. So I thought this pink fuzzy rug in your room would be perfect. So it'll be kind of the same. So we're gonna lay her down and she'll probably wake up as soon as we lay her down. Oh, are you gonna be in it too? I wasn't planning on this, but I think that's really cute. Oh, Layla, what a good big sister. Oh, did she just toot? Aw, you guys are so cute. You gotta smile if you wanna be in the picture. Gentle. Don't hover, remember? We're just gentle. You hold her hand maybe, or tickle her toesies.
Tickle, 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 tickle.
All right, I think I got some really good pictures. I took a few with Layla in it. Again, like I said, I wasn't planning on having Layla in it, but that was too cute. And then I did a few of just Angie. Now I'm gonna go and use a website called PicMonkey. I saw this really cute idea where you write on there in like cute little fonts and stuff, different facts about them, like maybe smiled for the first time this month, or really likes this, or things, just so you can kind of remember some of the cool milestones that happened in that month. If you're not already, go follow me on Instagram, HeyMamas18, and make sure to check out the finished picture because I think it's gonna be really cute. All right, thanks everyone. Bye-bye.